I thought I would actually do a video between a $500 helmet versus a $50 helmet. So a lot of people, when they're new, they're getting into riding, they normally try and go for this option. It's cheap. I did the same thing. I was a kid when I bought this helmet. It's way oversized, and all I was using for was literally commuting around on a little pit bike. That's all it was. But when I got into riding, I brought a K3, which I'm going to do a video on a K3 versus K5. But I brought a AGV K3, and now I've got the K5. What are the difference between a $50 helmet versus a $500 helmet? Some people sit there and go, well, what are you on about? They're both helmets. They both do the same thing. No. There is a complete difference. So let's get into some of the differences between the two helmets. Starting off on the $50 helmet, the thing is bloody heavy. Really heavy. Now this is a Psycho helmet. Nothing against the brand. I don't really care what brand you go for. You just go for whatever brand you like. But you can tell that this thing's poorly made. It's really heavy. All the vents and everything on it are cheap and nasty. The seal's cheap and nasty. The thing's noisy. Inside of it, it hasn't got a removable neck roll. The actual padding around it is really subpar and poor. You've got, look at the padding in there. Like, I don't even think it's removable. Oh, it is. It is removable. But even the way the clips are done, they're really cheap and nasty. You know, it's vents on the side. Oh, look at that. Just cheap, nasty crap. And it feels crap. Like I said, if anyone from Psycho is watching this, I'm not bagging your brand. I'm just bagging a cheap, poorly made helmet. This was a $50 helmet, guys. That's how much I paid for this helmet. And I'll tell you what, I'm kicking myself. I was probably better off without a helmet than wearing this. No, I'm not going to go to that extent. But it was very poor when I rode with it on my head and everything. It was shocking. I would have been much better off buying an AGV K3 or something along those lines. Something with at least a little bit more safety involved. I don't know the actual make of the shell or what it's actually made out of. I'd say it's just plastic or whatever, but it is actually it passes the certifications. But this is just scraping by, guys. Like, everything on it is just so cheap. So cheap. The visor, actually, surprisingly, the visor is pretty good. Like, it locks down bloody tight. Like, see, it locks down tight. So that's the most impressive part of it. But you know, I wouldn't recommend this helmet. You would not get me going out there saying to people, yeah, go and buy this helmet. It is bare minimum. It scrapes by, and honestly, I'd be really concerned if I fell off the bike with that helmet on. Thank God I didn't fall off the bike with that helmet on, but I just don't trust it. It's very cheap. You can tell where they've skimped on a lot of stuff to get the cost down. I don't even know how much this helmet would cost to make. If they're selling it for $50, wouldn't surprise me if all the cost to make the helmet probably be like a $20 helmet. So we'll sit this one back over there and we'll drag forth my K5. Now the AGV K5, you can tell straight away it's better quality. The shell is better quality, it's lighter, and this one has a center unit hanging off the side of it. Underneath, the straps, double D-ring. Now, it depends on the helmet as well, because some do use the ratchet. I'm pretty sure that Psycho one, that uses a clip. It uses like a seatbelt sort of design, which it works. This one here has a chin curtain. You can tell that the padding is a lot more flush. I do have removable neck roll. All the helmet linings removable and can be washed. Interchangeable visors. This also has a sun visor in it. And the overall feel of this helmet, like between the two of them, even you hear the vents, all the vents on the helmet. There. Listen to that, they lock They're locking properly. This, look at this. You go down the freeway, that'll blow that vent open. Like, look, difference between, pull that vent back. That's the difference between the two of them, guys. This is a, AGV is a polycarbonate design. It's got interchangeable seals. I don't even think the seals are interchangeable on this, are they? They're probably glued. Yeah, that's glued. Won't come out. Like, yeah, the seal works all right for now, but I guarantee you start riding with that for a bit, it'll be destroyed. You can notice there's no chin curtain on this. Some people don't like chin curtains anyway, but this is just very cheap and nasty. And even wearing that, it's uncomfortable to wear. And the comparison of the two of them, like, that looks like it's got a big field of vision and stuff like that, but I wouldn't recommend that. If you guys are really struggling for money, I understand, like, you can only get what you can get, but try and get some good quality. Like I say again, Psycho, I'm not bagging your brand. I don't know how many helmets you do. I honestly haven't checked your full range. This is just the one I brought, and it was $50 brand new. So, like, it was a cheap helmet. I knew what I was getting. So I'm not saying, oh yeah, I brought this helmet and it's not exactly what I expected. I was expecting a cheap helmet. I wanted a cheap helmet. But for the guys that asked me the comparison between a $500 helmet versus a $50 helmet, what is the difference? You know, like, because some people go in there and go, well, it's just a helmet. You know, there is a lot of differences, and especially if you're commuting on a bike a lot, you actually value those creature comforts. This is like a bloody Mercedes compared to, I don't know, a Honda Civic with no windscreen. If you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to bag cars either, but that's like literally the difference. This is so soft and plush, and it just feels fantastic. And that is a lot of wind noise. It's just, you end up fatigued wearing that helmet, and I don't know if it would save you if you crashed with it on. I honestly don't. And I have seen guys riding around on sport bikes with this bloody helmet. Like, they spend all their money on their bike, and they don't spend the money on the gear, which is a little bit crazy in my eyes. So, yeah, that's the difference. Alternative helmets, I'd say like a Shoei. I would say, I don't know, you can get, I think RJs do helmets. AGV K3. You know, you can get cheaper options of a helmet that is still good, but it just pays to go and look around and have a look at different helmets, try different helmets on, make sure they're firm fitting. Like I said, this one's too big for me. It was when I was holding on to a lot of weight, so that's why I had that one. But I would never look back. After getting good quality helmets, I'd never look back. So anyway, guys, I hope this helped you out. If you were looking at a $50 helmet versus $500 helmet, or you wanted to know the difference, I hope this helped you out. Like I said, it's just in creature comforts and the weight of them and the technology that goes into them. Obviously, this is more aerodynamic than that. You can just see that. And the different features on them. So this has more vents on it. Two vents on the top, on the side, brow vents. One vent in the center with different increments. It has a vent on the back, so you can stop the airflow coming out the back of the helmet. It has different increments with the actual visor. It's got interchangeable rails on this one. This one doesn't. This has a nose cone and a demister in the front. You know, that one doesn't. Just has the vent in the front, and the vents on the side are terrible. You know, that's what you get. Probably the best quality of this helmet is probably on how much that visor closes down. And I'm not going to strap a GoPro to that and go for a ride on my bike to prove the difference. It's just, it is shocking. It is really loud. It's really windy. And, you know, that was on when I was on a pit bike, not my R3 or not my R1. You know, I would never wear that on my R3 or R1. just because it would be so loud. The wind noise would be insane. So yeah. Anyway, guys, if you liked the video, give it a huge thumbs up. Go ham on it. Don't forget to join the ride, subscribe. Until next time, guys. Peace.